And welcome to the 10-7 show for the first time in 2022. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Dub deuce deuce.
Yep.
Liz, we said it, so I think this might be the last day you're allowed to say it.
You
Right?
think so? I think we can stay it up until February.
Tomorrow is probably going to be the last.
It's been a
day.
week.
Tomorrow's the 10th.
You know, every year that's always the controversy. You know what I mean? They like, you can still say it if you haven't seen the person. Like it'd be June.
If I don't
Like,
see
Happy
you
New
till
Year.
August, if I don't see you till August, I'm gonna just say happy. I'm gonna say Happy New Year
You know what?
randomly to
I'm gonna
somebody
keep
like
doing
you.
it. I don't care.
Yeah.
It could be December. If it's the first time I seen you all year, I'm like, Happy New Year.
You're either
Yeah, you
early or
would,
late.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But welcome back to the 10-7 show, everybody. Welcome back to New Twist Radio. First show back for New Twist Radio of the year. So, I had to start it off with the 10-7 show. So welcome back, everybody. And like I like to start off every show, how do I like to say how y'all been? So how y'all been?
Oh yeah, we've been good. I ain't gonna front. I enjoyed the break.
Mm-hmm. We did.
Me too.
Maybe a little too much, right?
I guess. I was so discombobulated today. I called Tara like, I forgot about the whole routine.
Right?
Right?
I ain't gonna front. I just got out of bed like hour and a half ago.
Like, gotta get dinner ready so we can do the show on
Right.
time. Like, yeah.
So hence the hair situation here.
Girl. We ain't
Okay.
gonna talk about my hair.
Oh, child, your hair looks beautiful.
We won't.
The thing is, like, y'all say that about y'all routine on Sunday. My routine on Sunday is like last minute. I'm getting everything done. I got everything done like hours before, even days beforehand this time. So it was like totally. So as we move forward, you guys will get back into your routine of preparing correctly. I'll get back into my routine of last hour of the show. Let me get all the information together and get everything out there. So,
Absolutely.
Yep.
New Year's resolution: prepare for the show a little earlier.
Yes.
We'll see.
I like it.
We'll see.
I like it. How y'all been? Like, we ain't see you.
Yeah, been good. Been good. Ain't even nothing really going on.
No, nothing. I mean, we still in, still in a pandemic. Still
Yeah,
masking.
so what is this, going into calendar year 3, I think it is.
I left. I'm not in the pandemic anymore.
He's in the metaverse. That's where he is. He's in the metaverse now. So.
How about he bought me with him too? He's playing
Yes, these two.
golf.
Okay. They're gonna be in the metaverse having a good time.
Absolutely. What's up, Sheena? How you doing?
Hey, Sheena.
Hey Sheen, thanks for coming on. Hi everybody. Thanks for coming on.
Yep.
So I guess we got all the pleasantries out the way. I guess it's time to gotta remember how the show flows and stuff. I know Terry.
We should have watched the old episode.
Yeah, right. I should have studied before we came back. But I guess it's that time of the show. I hope I'm right by saying this. I think it's that time of the show, the part of the show that everybody enjoys and everybody likes to be a part of and all that good stuff. Y'all know what part of the show I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
Of course, it is the Would You Rather portion of the show, brought to you by Therapeutic Billing. Tell me a little bit about Therapeutic Billing.
Therapeutic Billing is a national medical credentialing and medical billing firm. We offer, like I said, credentialing services, medical billing for providers. We also offer virtual assistant services and bookkeeping services. Our website address is www.therapeuticbilling.com. And the number to call is 610-228-2029. And you'll speak to me and I'm most pleasant. So there you go.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Listen, take down that information. I hope y'all heard that. If not, we'll repeat it next week.
There you go.
All right. So we're going to get into it. Because it's New Year's, I did look for some new, quote unquote, New Year Would You Rathers. So I have a whole slew of them. If we don't get through all of them, we can just keep going.
Okay.
Oh Lord, which one did I hold on?
Was there one that you loved? You were like,
it was one that I loved, but I think okay, here it is. I thought I lost it for a minute. Okay. All right.
Or not.
Okay.
Anytime.
All right, here we go. I got it. Sorry, y'all.
It's all right.
First show back. It's like preseason.
This is like the first show.
All right. Would you rather be a speed reader or a speed walker this year?
A speed reader.
Speed reader.
Speed reader.
Totally.
Yeah, because I might actually read those terms of agreement and all that comes in the
Oh, when you
click on
log
yes,
on to
Oh
something.
yeah,
I might actually
yeah.
read those. I don't know anybody that does. I probably
Yeah,
see
I don't
it.
know nobody that reads that either. I know
You
sometimes
skip
I
all the way
skim
to
them.
the end and say agree.
Sometimes I skim them, but most part, I
Yeah,
don't
most
know.
probably don't read.
Feel I
Sleepers
might belong to
Garden.
somebody else for all I know.
I know,
Sam.
right? You could have sold your next born child.
To 172 different companies got all.
Yep.
It just is.
Yep.
You would rather be a
Mhm.
walker?
I would rather be a speed walker.
Why?
Why?
Where you going?
Oh my gosh, you can do free exercise.
Well, I already walk fast.
I do.
See, I don't walk that fast, you know. You said free exercise. I'm a pony. Yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to be the eyeball out the bunch.
You are.
Okay.
You win.
Got a dig. That sounds like a dig. Okay. So here we go. Would you rather have no electricity for a year or no internet for a year?
Well, what the hell?
Well, if you can't
one
you
without
can't
the
have
other.
internet without.
They going off. What the hell?
That's the only reason I didn't go up because I knew they would.
Right.
This is the question. You have to choose. No electricity for a year or no internet for a year?
Well, I would say
I
no
know
internet.
internet.
No internet.
You might as well. Nah, that's stupid. That's
No
gonna be
internet.
stupid.
No
Hey,
internet. I mean,
Yeah, no internet.
No
I need
internet.
lights, and you can't cook without
Hot
electricity.
water,
Hot
heat.
water.
But
Air
it's
conditioning.
almost if you think about it, sometimes like I don't know, like there's a lot of people that will probably need the internet more than they need electricity, even though you can't function, you can't
You
have
can't
it
have
without it.
internet without electricity.
But it's like
Right.
I bet you there are some people out there, and I'm going to say they were probably born after our eras of being born
Mhm.
that
Yeah,
probably
Gen
do
Z.
not know how to
Yeah.
function without the internet
Oh,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
whatsoever.
Exactly. Yeah,
Wow.
they will probably pick electricity and then
Try
build
to
a
charge
generator
their
bike
phone.
like they on Gilligan's Island or something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mhm. All right, I have two more, and these are pretty good.
Okay.
Would you rather give up all candy or give up all showers for a year?
Candy.
What?
Well, you can still take a
Candy?
bath.
I mean, I gotta wash though. I mean,
I'm
on
not
the
saying
other
you
hand, I would
cannot.
lose some weight, so because I'm not eating sugar in candy form anyway.
I think
I'm
everyone
definitely
should
taking
pick
candy.
candy.
Everyone should pick candy. All
Yes,
four of us.
pick candy.
Anyone
If
watching?
you don't pick candy, that says a lot about you.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
pick candy,
if you
but
say
dang,
showers, then please do not ever come to my house.
I gotta go a whole year without a Tootsie Roll.
Seriously?
I'm gonna pick candy, but I'm just saying.
I'm so
Okay.
glad you decided that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pick
What's
candy.
the last one?
Okay. And this is the last one.
Just check.
Okay.
Would you rather go 1 week into the future or 1 year into the past?
Shit.
1 week into the future.
Forgot. We don't care.
You had to edit your own
I
self.
had my own self. I'm the first cuss of the new year.
Oh, they wasn't one
It
of us.
wasn't us. Look at that.
Was.
Kudos. We're rubbing off
Yeah,
on
I'm
y'all.
definitely going
I
one.
blew that one.
I'm definitely going 1 week into the future.
Yeah.
Totally. I don't want to
Yeah,
go back. Please,
in
I
the
don't want to go back.
Because
I
a
don't
year in
want
the past that puts us very close to 2020. Nah, I'm good.
But right,
I
what
mean-
if I go in the future and we're still in the pandemic?
You only going a week.
So, yeah,
So more than likely
Yeah.
we still gonna be there.
Mhm.
Yeah, but then it might be like some old crazy like pandemic that as soon as you catch it, you die.
I don't
And then
care.
I gotta survive that 1 week.
I'm gonna check the Powerball numbers, come back and win.
That's smart. That's
Good
smart.
idea.
It all comes back. All it comes down to the lottery.
Oh,
Good idea. Good job. All right, well that's all the would
That
you
was the last
rather's
one?
for today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, that's the Would You Rather brought to you by Therapeutic Billing. Now it's about that time for us to go up and what do we do here? We answer your letters actually.
Yeah. And then y'all got to remember, we took time off. Number one. Number two, I don't know how long these letters been sitting in the email queue. So,
Everything might be settled by now.
mhm,
Settled, divorced, or whatever.
Even
the
if
case
it's settled, it'll still be good conversation. So
yeah, it'll be good
You want to
conversation.
read the first one? Goose is going to take the first one, Justin.
All right.
all right. Dear 10-7. 2 weeks ago, I left on a short vacation to visit a friend across the country. I said goodbye to my amazing fiance with tears in my eyes, even though I was only going to be gone for 6 days. We're in our late 20s, have been together for 4 years, and have always had a strong, loving relationship. When I reached my friend's apartment, I met her roommate, Joshua. He turned my world upside down. I have never given another man a second look during my relationship, but Joshua and I had such an instant connection, it was unsettling. We spent hours talking, sharing stories, and getting to know each other's backgrounds. While my fiance and I have lots in common, there are issues that we have compromised on. Religion, savings versus spending are some examples. Joshua and I, however, seem to have to be in sync on every issue we addressed. Nothing physical happened, but I left the trip feeling sad that I was leaving him. I am absolutely dumbfounded by these feelings. I obviously don't know Josh well enough to know that we would work out as a couple. But he introduced a doubt in my relationship that I can't seem to shake. I still love my fiance, but now I'm questioning if our foundation is strong enough for a marriage, which is supposed to happen in a few months. What should I do?
A few months.
Well,
In a few months, it's supposed to happen.
yeah, they're getting married in a few months.
I tell you, don't do it.
Well,
because if you meet somebody that has you question it, once you're married, what will make you think that's not going to happen again, and then you just and then you're going to follow it.
That's true.
Plus, they're in their late 20s. They've been together, what did she say, for 4 years. So technically, since their early 20s, they've been together. So maybe she don't know nobody else. So now, she thought this was it.
She don't know nobody else. She's been to high school.
No, but I mean,
she probably got a job.
No, I don't mean like she don't know nobody else. Like she hasn't met another person. But maybe he's been her sole focus for so long in her early 20s. She didn't get a chance to be with other people.
Right.
That's what I mean.
Right. And I understand what you're saying. But what I'm saying is that when two people are in a relationship, no matter how long they are in this relationship, along the line, throughout time, things are going to come up where you're going to have to compromise.
Right.
Because no two individuals are the same.
Right.
Have the exact same likes, have the exact same dislikes.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if she think that just because she's a saver and her husband is a spender, that she like, oh, but that guy, he likes to save too, so I'm going to go with him. What?
Right.
That's
and
dumb.
The thing about it is like you kind of said it yourself. You don't know if you two would make a good couple.
And you started off saying that your fiance was amazing, but how amazing is he if this dude said hi there and your drawers is wet?
Well, that escalated quickly.
Listen, I what y'all said, I agree with, and I go back to the letter if I can remember it. It was there were three main things that they had issues with: religion, finances, and kids. Right?
Yep.
Those can be now. We ain't
those
married
are
that
big,
long, but those can be some very big issues in the future.
Yeah,
exactly.
Some very big issues in the future. And if y'all having issues with it now, going into it, it's not like it's all of a sudden going to get better.
Absolutely.
Because y'all married. You know what I mean? Those some y'all. You got some thinking to do in these next 90 days.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like maybe you should table getting married and just get to know each other a little bit better. Figure out if this is what you really want. Because not jump into it, but once you're in it, you kind of want to be successful in it. You know what I mean?
You got to decide if you want to compromise or if you want to be selfish.
And
that's what you got to pick.
And they're pretty big compromises.
You met this dude Joshua, and you like, if I get with him, I don't have to give up anything. As you think,
right?
As
so
you
she
think
might
right
be selfish.
Right. You dig what I'm saying? So you're being selfish.
There's something I'm sorry, real quick. There's something I used to say. There's something I used to say all the time to people that the grass always looks greener on the other side. Till you jump to the other side and you land in a pile of dog.
Right.
Amen.
Or you realize it ain't grass at all. It's astroturf.
Right.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And this is my thing. I think she should definitely table the wedding. maybe they should go to counseling because they've already compromised on some major issues. Because she said that they compromised on those issues already. And then you're just meeting this guy. When you first meet somebody, everybody puts their best foot forward.
Exactly.
He's going to tell you what he wants you to hear, what he thinks you want to hear.
Exactly.
So you have no way of knowing. He could be a frivolous spender, but just telling you that he's a saver because he's trying to get in your drawers.
Exactly.
You know?
And saving is always the smart choice.
Right. Like, who said they was a saver first? Was it you or was it him? You know what I mean? Like, how did this whole conversation go about? And I agree with Goose. I think she a little bit on the selfish side. Definitely. If you're going to marry your fiance, y'all definitely should go to counseling because, and I was just having this conversation with Justin, that selfish people do not make good spouses. You know, you gotta come down off of that horse. Yeah. So I agree. Table the wedding. Get to know your fiance a little bit more. Yeah. See if this is really what you want to do, or either table the wedding, y'all split for a while and see if y'all, you know, see how it goes. I don't know, but I don't think you should get married.
And the topics that y'all already made the compromises on in y'all discussions, as relationships go, are some of the heavier lifts.
Yes, heavy.
So if you guys have compromised on these three things, it seems to me that everything else should be a little bit easier to negotiate on.
Right. And what did this guy say that he was able to make you change your mind so quick?
All the right
in a week, in 6 days.
Right, you only talked to him, right? Like,
listen,
what?
It's easy to listen to somebody and figure out what they want to hear.
Exactly.
It's easy to figure out.
Yeah. Says the flipper over here.
Yeah.
They call me flipper.
If you're having second thoughts and you ain't even walked down the aisle yet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's nothing.
I'm founded and you feel sad. I'm sure your fiance probably like, you could have stayed over there.
Right. Let me get my money. Let me get my deposit back.
Yeah. So
separate them bank accounts.
All right. Well, there's our advice to you.
Yeah. Yo, and if you have some, you everybody watching, y'all part of it too. Y'all part of the show too. Y'all got some advice to give to these people. Let us know. Put it in the comments. And let us know.
Put your advice in the comments.
We'll put them out there for you. You
got the second I'll do the second letter. Okay. Dear 10-7, this is my second marriage. I am done raising kids, a suburbia, 2-hour commutes, and never seeing my house in daylight. I love the city, and I thought my wife and I were in agreement. My eldest son is expecting a baby, and my wife, my 9-year-old stepson, and I went up and stayed for the weekend. This was the first time my wife has seen the old house. Apparently, it made an impression. Suddenly, she's talking about crime in the city, getting a dog, I have allergies, and how our place is too small for the baby. I told her there was no way I was having another kid at my age. Now she refuses to talk to me. I'm going to be a grandfather and helping raise a 9-year-old stepson who is wonderful. But I can't do diapers again. I haven't changed and was upfront about my experiences and expectations when we were dating. I thought we were on the same page, but now my life is completely off script. Any words of wisdom? I really don't think counseling is going to change my mind here.
Oh, there you go. Tyra always go to counseling.
There you go. Go ahead. Let her give you the silent treatment. Don't care. Go ahead and live your life.
I mean, like, I don't know.
If you don't want kids, get a vasectomy.
Well, there's that.
It's an outpatient procedure.
There's that.
But it's not the fact. I mean, he doesn't want kids, but she does.
She already has a 9-year-old.
So him getting a vasectomy is not going to solve the issue of her wanting kids.
But he said that they talked about this prior to them getting married, that he didn't want any more kids. And
so you're going to have to get your wife going to have to get the baby fixed for the grandbaby.
She's going to have to get over it.
Yeah. Build a bridge, ma'am, and get over it.
She want a baby now. It's time to get up.
You're not done with kids. You have a 9-year-old.
Yeah, exactly. So you ain't nowhere near done, sir.
So stop that.
Yeah. But you don't have to change diapers for a 9-year-old.
No, you don't have to. So that's no. Yeah. His first thing, I am done raising kids. Yeah. You're not. You're still in the middle of it.
No, you're not. Yeah.
Right. You done with the infancy phase.
Right.
You done changing diapers is what you do.
Yeah. Yeah, because at 9 years old, you like,
I think changing diapers is the easy part.
Listen, the only thing I gotta do is feed you. Make sure you get up for school and take you to school and free square meals. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Let's put it this way: if you don't want to have kids, you shouldn't have kids. Like it's not going to go well. It just I don't
It's
see
gonna be
how
frustrating.
I don't
Yeah.
see how that go. You're if you in the letter you said something about changing your mind, having your mind changed.
He's not going to change.
Why? Why would you want to change your mind into something that you already know is going to cause you to be miserable? Now
Right.
you already know right now you don't want it. Why have something? Why do you want somebody to convince you to change your mind? Do you really maybe want it on the low, like deep down inside?
No, like he flat out said he's not going to change his mind.
So and why go to a counselor or anything like that?
He's not going to go to counseling.
Yeah, he said, I don't think the counselor is going to change my mind.
No.
But what I'm saying is that whole term of change my mind, there's no changing of the mind. Like a counselor is not going to change your mind.
Mm-mm.
Nobody should change your mind. Changing your mind is not, it shouldn't even be a factor.
Absolutely.
So I'm hoping you're not looking for something that will change your mind. Is kind
Right.
of what I'm getting at.
Mhm.
Because you're going to change your mind right into a life of
Right. What I find interesting is on Thursday before we left, you were okay living in the city. But on Sunday when we came back, you were like, there's too much crime here. I gotta move. Like, lady, really?
Right. Right. But I mean, y'all, and see, that's another thing that we have to stop doing. Like, if y'all make an agreement prior to the marriage, and you go in, you can't have your partner go into the marriage with this agreed upon thing, and then you change your mind.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
you gotta.
well, you can, but it has to be done the right way. You dig what I'm saying? You just can't be like, I want to live, I want to move to the country, and I want a dog, and I want a baby.
And
You dig what
I
I'm
know
saying?
you got allergies, and I don't care.
Exactly.
Right.
You got to be like, you know what? I know we discussed this, but I was thinking about it, and I would like to discuss it again. Can we revisit this? That's how you do that. And then you lay out your case.
You know what? Maybe the guys should have a show like helping us women. Like, how do you approach, things with? Maybe it was her approach, and it just like turned him completely
Oh,
off.
definitely. Oh, and if that's what she want, not speaking to him is going to
It's
have
not
the
going to get her
opposite effect.
anywhere.
Exactly. Well, he's probably like, cool. She's not asking me about this dumb stuff,
right? And he don't have to do the who, so she won't get pregnant.
Yep.
You sleep downstairs.
Yep. Exactly.
Like, cool. That's where the big TV at anyway.
My husband's insane.
that sounds like something I would say out loud.
Yes, it
It sound like I
does.
feel like I won.
Yeah.
He doesn't win.
So-
I had to say that. He wins sometime, y'all.
Yep. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to tell her, but he ain't going to counseling. So, you're going to have to get your baby fixed through the grandbaby.
Yeah, so what I would say is like,
hold on to it, brothers. Stay strong.
But no, so I wouldn't just, because then if he does that, then he's acting in a similar way that she is. You dig what I'm saying? So what I would say, if I was him, I would do exactly what I said she should do. I would go to her and I'd be like, listen, we discussed this. Obviously, you have some new ideas or thoughts on this. Would you like to discuss it?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And I'm talking about a serious discussion. I'm not talking about you acting like a juvenile making demands.
Right. And a compromise.
Making up stuff. Just be honest.
Yeah.
Right. And compromise. Y'all got to meet each other in the middle here.
Oh, and I just want to let her know crime happens everywhere.
Every day. It don't matter if you live in the city, the country, rural.
It does. It may not get reported on the news.
That's true.
Not everywhere, but it happens everywhere.
But in certain places, you're more likely to have gunshots in the back alleyway in your house.
But isn't it interesting how like when you hear like a crime happening on the news, the first thing people say, no matter whether you're in the city, the suburbs, or the country, stuff like that doesn't normally happen around here. Well, clearly it
No,
does.
not in the city.
Because it has.
Yeah, not the
It
same.
does now.
Not in the city.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's the first time for everything.
Yep.
Exactly.
So,
Like, this
all
is
right.
a quiet neighborhood.
Moving right
Yeah.
along.
Until the shots rang out.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right, so moving on to our topic for the day. We getting juicy, y'all. We getting
are we?
juicy.
Is it juicy?
Well,
As long as we don't use the
it's
N
something that
word,
definitely needs to be discussed. How about that?
it does need to be discussed.
Oh,
And
go ahead, take it away, Tim.
I would like to say that I have found, me personally, as I get older,
Mm-hmm.
my sex drive is not what it used to be. And I don't know why that is.
You think it's hormonal?
I do.
Austin needs
Because
to,
when we first met, we were doing it everywhere all the time, as much as we possibly could.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got married, and what happened?
Well, we've been married a long freaking time. Anywho,
Doesn't matter.
so sexual
Oh, Lord.
we're not mismatched. We're not mismatched. But okay, so our topic tonight is sexual mismatch. So what is sexual mismatch? There is no normal sex. So stop trying to measure it, okay? Everybody's relationship is different, right? What is that? Everybody's relationship is different, right? A gap in sex drive between couples is a common thing. It is common. And it can lead to a pointless exercise of comparison. It's like trying to compare children. You dig what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't
Mm-hmm.
compare your relationship and what happens in your bedroom to somebody else, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this article goes on to say, and I only picked out like a couple points that I thought would be good conversation starters. Quality is more important than quantity. Do you know what that means?
Oh, let's pause here, y'all. If y'all have some comments on that, when we're talking as far as sex is concerned
Mm-hmm.
in the marriage relationship, that quality is more than quantity.
Right.
Let us know what y'all think about that.
So yeah, so sexual intimacy is about feeling good and connected, whatever form that takes, not how many times you have it. Focusing on a quality connection over a frequent one is a best practice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The article goes on to say about 15% of men and 34% of women say they're not really interested in sex. That's crazy, right? That's like a huge gap, too.
It is.
According to this study, statistics that few experts find surprising, right? That's what they're saying, that they're not surprised by this number. In fact, low desire in one partner is probably the top reason couples seek out sex therapy. I really think it has a lot to do with like life just getting in the way. You know what I mean? Like you get older, you have kids, you're setting a routine, you just like, you have every intention of being present for your spouse or your significant other at the end of the day, but then you're both freaking exhausted. I'm like, all right, well, I can roll over. You just calm down. Like, you know what I mean? Like, who wants that? You know what I mean? You want to have that connection with somebody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
but I think the connection that you have goes far beyond sex.
Yeah.
I mean, like we haven't been married that long. What are we? 4 years now? 4 years?
We found it.
Yeah, we found 4 years, and it's been times where we was like, okay, we're gonna be intentional about it. We're gonna get it done. We both get into bed 5 minutes later.
That's why it's so nice to go away. You know what I'm saying? Like it's nice to have a change of scenery. Like not that it makes it better, but it like it's different. If that makes sense.
And then for women, I was watching it's a couple that does like YouTube. They do like video their life all the time, the Ellises, right? And they were talking about this, and they were saying how, and what the husband realized is that it was like difficult for his wife to kind of like relax and I guess like freak out because the kids are home and in the back of your mind, you know what I mean? It's hard to try to be sexy when you're like, oh, who walking in the door? Who about to peek in? Who waking up? So he realized, when they went, he realized this when they was away on vacation, I believe, and it was just them two. You know what I mean? That it really, she was able to relax. Her kids were taken care of, I guess, by the mom or whatever. So you don't have to worry about, in your mind, like, let me try to get him satisfied, but oh my God, I hope the kid's not burning the house down. It's hard to kind of feel sexy.
Or I know, like for me, I've always been like nervous, like my kid's gonna bust in the room and my legs in the air.
Right. They gonna see me with my butt out.
Exactly.
That's why they got locks.
Listen, kids pick locks, okay? And you be
Then-
all into it,
then
don't even
you
hear
need
it.
some discipline because the doors are locked for a reason.
Yeah.
Now you're breaking and entering. All right.
They never.
Now you have succumbed to a life of crime.
Oh
Yeah.
Lord. But no, I think that's one of the reasons why the number is higher for women. I think we have so much more on our minds. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
it's hard to get into that frame. And then like the sexiness happens like the before the bedroom. You know what I mean? Like I was just going to come I came up here and I didn't save it. I was like, "Oh, you know what I mean? My Justin washed the pots, right? Cuz I went to the market and I just like kind of freaked out today. So he washed the
That
pots.
ain't all out damn wash.
He did. He washed the dishes. He washed the
I
pots.
want my full
The
credit.
Justin
I want
doesn't.
credit for everything I did today.
Right. Like he put the food away. He helped me. Prep the food today. You know what I mean? So that way, later on after the show, after we've done all we do, I'm not exhausted because we split the work together.
Right.
But that's sexy to a woman. Like, oh, you wash the pots?
Honey.
Oh, you trying to get me pregnant, bro?
Let me
Like,
come
you don't
downstairs
even
in the
wash
kitchen. The
pots.
dishes is put away and the kitchen is
Hey.
clean. What?
I dried them too.
Oh, shucks. We're going to have to end this joint early.
Insane.
Like, listen, 801.
Justin, like, all right, y'all.
Shut the
have a
lights
good
out.
time.
Like, come out. God bless you. Good night.
Thanks for coming back.
Yep.
We're coming
Yep.
there.
So,
No, Jay Hussein, what's up? What up, Jay?
Yep, what's up, Jay?
Hussein. He says sex is not everything, but it definitely makes you feel wanted and desired. So when you're not having as much as you can feel less desired, or some people may even think you're getting it somewhere else.
That's
why,
definitely
you
true.
know what? Well, I think men's minds automatically go there. I don't think.
Yeah, why do they go there? Why can't I just be
I'm gonna
being
tell you
sweet?
why. I'm gonna tell you why.
Why?
And this is exactly why.
Why?
If you go to Target and you're looking for a particular product and they don't have it, you gonna go to Walmart? If they don't have it, you're gonna go to Kmart. If that's what you want it.
But I understand with the concept, but you got to put in the context though. Like, if you're married, you want sex.
All right.
You'll go and do
All right.
what you got
She
to
said
do.
when we were dating in the early night, we was having sex all day, every day, wherever we could do it.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Then it stopped. You're like, what the hell?
It didn't stop.
I'm not saying this. I'm talking about the
You know,
frequency. The frequency.
Frequency slowed
Right.
down. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now you're like, what?
Hmm.
You do what?
But why does your mind have to go there first?
Ladies think the same thing.
I was going to say I felt like women think that before guys do.
I was thinking the same
Really?
thing.
Seriously? I've never, ever,
because
ever
it's
thought
like
that.
I feel like, and maybe it's just me. I don't know. Y'all can.
Like, if I don't want to have sex, I don't want to have sex with nobody.
As many times as I've been accused of
Lies.
being with somebody else and haven't been.
That wasn't me.
See, and I'm gonna tell you,
it wasn't her.
And I'm gonna tell you, even though I know, so for instance, and I know it is probably just talk, but if I get rejected, and I'm gonna say that because that's how it make you feel sometimes. But then we watching something like, oh, Method Man, oh, he could get it every way, but which way? And you be like, oh, well, fuck me.
No, that's different.
It's not different.
We don't mean that. That's trash talk.
Ever be with Method Man would never even look in my direction.
Okay.
Right.
I
don't know.
I understand that.
Right.
But
It's trash
verbalizing
talk. It is trash. It's female trash talk.
But you're missing the point. But
I know
what you did was you verbalized that. You verbalized those feelings, right?
Right.
After you verbalize different feelings for your spouse.
Okay.
Am I right?
That make okay. I get it.
Yes, you are. Let me just say this. When one member of the couple has more interest in sex,
definitely,
than the other, it's easy for the person with the higher sex drive to feel rejected.
That's what I said, because that's how it make you feel.
Right. Bruised and undesirable. And for the partner who avoids sex to feel pressured, anxious, and guilty.
Exactly. And that's how we feel. Pressured, anxious, and guilty.
Which is why I keep Xanax in my purse. Okay. So for men.
Not for me.
I'm holding his hand trying to calm him down right now. All right. For men, it's often the appearance of disinterest rather than actual loss of interest. Men avoid sex frequently due to prior performance issues, which Goose has never had, such as erectile issues or rapid ejaculation. They may avoid it to escape the anxiety of these issues reoccurring. In women, hormonal factors and fatigue can contribute to low libido, and sometimes
Mhm.
life just gets in the way.
Yeah, and I understand all of that. You understand what I'm saying? But so for situations where your sex drive isn't the same, or you may think it may be hormonal, take your ass to the doctor. The same thing you tell us. Figure out what the hell is wrong.
And then we're gonna do the same thing y'all do, not go.
Oh
But
no, I go to the doctor.
No, I go.
I get a
I
hangnail and
was
I'm
just
like,
being
oh,
a
I gotta make
smart.
an appointment. So,
I was just being smart. But no, I was.
what
I
did
was
he
just
say?
being smart.
Women in
He said women in the street be all over me. My wife be like, "Oh, hey, babe."
shut
I
up,
see
Jay.
you every day.
Where's
I
your wife?
see you every day. What you want me to do? I just saw you this morning.
What'd you say, Tyra?
I'm like, I see you every day. I just saw you this morning. Like, what do you want me to do?
I'm
Jump on
pretty
your
sure
back?
like I get on Goose's nerves because like even though we're working from home and he goes into the office one day a week, like every time I see him, I'm like, hey babe, you good? Hey babe, you good? I know I get on his nerves. He's like, yes, I'm fine. Yes, okay, stop talking to me. Like I don't know. I feel like I drive him a little bit crazy. Do I drive you a little bit crazy? Okay.
Well, I do. Yeah. You know what though, and also, especially speaking for the hormonal thing,
Yeah.
it can also be some type of gynecological issues.
Right.
That's going on down there, which is why you definitely need to go to the doctor. But
Right.
I think,
Absolutely.
especially for Black women, you know what I mean. That's a big thing that we don't talk about. Like I'm in a group on Facebook for like married women,
Mhm.
and they were talking about you got to get it in, you got to do this, do that, do that. But and then I had put a comment in there about women who suffer from like endometriosis, fibroids,
How it's
all those things that
painful.
can make sex very painful. And
Right.
sometimes it's not that women don't want to have sex with you, but it's like I want it, but do I want to experience this excruciating pain
right,
afterwards?
and I
You know what I
understand
mean?
that. But like we said earlier when we talking about the letters, it's about your
Right.
delivery.
Right.
True. And some women, and I know in the group that I was in, have expressed that they will just go ahead and endure the pain
Yeah.
so their husbands don't cheat on them. And
Yeah.
I think
I don't
that
worry about
is
who cheating on
horrible.
me, but I
Like
don't.
they would
I know I
rather
have the
have painful
obligation to protect
sex
my husband.
so their husbands don't cheat. I'm like, whoa.
That's really that's not good. I mean, if
Yeah.
that's pretty bad.
It's
Yeah.
women out here that's doing it.
So my thing is, if you truly have medical issues down there, and that's why your reason for not wanting to be intimate with your partner,
Mhm.
then that's part of the conversation. You like, you know what, babe, I would love to have sex with you, but it's painful. Suppose every time we had sex, it felt like you got kicked in the balls. Then a guy would understand what the hell you going through.
That's true.
All right,
That's a
okay,
good
if you're having
discussion.
issues down there, ladies, pinch his balls next time.
You understand what I'm saying? You like, oh,
Get a
I'm
toothpick.
joking.
you
I'm
like,
joking.
Jab him
is
in the
that
balls.
bad? You like, is that bad? You like, oh, my bad, babe.
Right.
All right, so what that
Let
mean?
me go downstairs with the big TV.
But no, but then it comes to like, because for instance, I mean, and I thank God Justin is the most patient man in the world. Like, because when we first got married, I had to have surgery on top of surgery, and he was just so patient. But then you have to work out different ways. Like you can't just leave your man hanging.
Right.
There's other things that can be
There's
other
other things that
That's
you
why
can
they
do.
have sex therapists.
Right.
There are things that can be done.
Right.
And then also like Shawnette says intimacy helps with sex. I agree as we get older things are different, but on vacation, I agree. It's easier, right, to be all into your partner. But at home, your mind is focused on so much. And that's true. That's what goes on. But I think if we don't have this discussion, then the men will continue to think that we're rejecting them and we don't want them. And that's not the case.
Right.
Yeah, no,
You know what I mean?
So like our mother-in-law lives with us, and we have our son here with us, right?
Uh-huh.
So before the pandemic,
Mhm.
Tara and I, once a month, we would go somewhere, not far, Baltimore, just someplace overnight.
Right.
That way we can reconnect. It could just be us. We don't have to worry about all that other stuff. You dig what I'm saying? Well, you got to set the scene. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
But once everything started shutting down, it went away.
What do you
And
want?
that's what I was telling Justin. I was like, I think we need to just like go, even if we don't leave the city. Just
Yeah.
go to the hotel for a
Sometimes we did.
weekend
Yeah, we would go to the
because
Little
it is
staycation.
Yeah, yup.
and
Little
right and I
staycation.
think like if we like and I think this needs to be a part of like marriage counseling.
Oh,
You know,
I got a dog over here. So if
yeah.
y'all wondering what the hell's going on.
This is normal pandemic stuff. Dogs, babies, all in the background. We in a pandemic, y'all.
Uh-huh.
But I think if we really worked in the beginning of the marriage and talked about how sex is so mental for women.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's very mental. I would say like up 90, 92, some people 95, 96% mental.
But some women,
For some women.
for
But
others
a
that
lot
show
of
it, I don't think it's
for a
mental.
lot of women though, it is mental. So you know what I mean? It starts off with like, that good kiss in the morning, or did you know what I mean? Because that'll get me revved up for later. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you did the dishes. I ain't gotta do the dishes. All right. You rub your leg a little bit. So
Yeah.
and then flirt with each other throughout the day.
Yeah.
Flirt via
Like my
text.
leg.
I'm just saying. These are things though that will help put a woman's mind, at least from my perspective, into getting ready for what you're expecting later.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Start putting it in the mind early.
Right.
In a little nasty text.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? During the
Well,
day.
it's interesting that you said that because this article goes on to say that intercourse isn't always the destination. For most of us, intercourse is often the main entree on the sex menu, but oral sex, manual stimulation, and other forms of touch and direct, gentlemen, clitoral stimulation
Direct.
are regulated to being optional appetizers.
Yeah, it's called foreplay.
Yeah. But foreplay can happen all day long.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Foreplay is not just physical.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
So it's important, audience, co-host, it's important to remember that sexual desire changes across long-term relationships. In the beginning, sex is usually more spontaneous, and cues such as a look or a touch from your partner make you feel aroused more quickly. But over time, spontaneous desire often evolves into responsive desire, which that makes sense. Y'all get it, right?
Right.
So, all right.
Like, you want to hump?
Yeah.
I want to hump. All right,
which emerges in response to pleasure. In other words, you might not begin with sexual desire, but with a willingness to generate it.
Right.
Get it?
Yeah.
And that's why I was talking about the
What they're
foreplay
saying is
all
putting a
day.
whole lot of work to get it.
It generates
Don't
that
be mad if you
desire.
don't.
Oh my God.
I think it's like
This one right here, black as I.
What? Am I lying?
No, you're quite right.
oh Lord. We got another comment.
So Netta says, in a long distance relationship, as my partner and I are in, sex is not always.
Oh,
well, yeah. I mean, you have to find other ways to stimulate in a long distance relationship. What is Jay saying?
Oh Lord, what is he saying? This John Long.
He says a woman will cheat or be freaky as hell with a new man, but give her partner every excuse in the world. It's crazy. They will stalk you for the D, then switch up when you wife them.
So is that why y'all don't want to get married?
I'm not stalking a penis.
I ain't never stalked nobody for the D.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
But just because you two have
And
it,
now you
it
married.
doesn't happen.
Stalk you for penis?
Did I stalk you for the D?
Nah.
Oh.
You completely missed what I was saying.
Oh, well, tell me, because
You were saying you never, and I said now you're married.
Oh, yeah.
Which he was saying was they'll stalk you and then you get it and it's all crazy, but then you switch up.
But it's not. Sometimes it's not. The switch up is not even like intentional. Like he said, like life happens. You have kids. I don't think this. I think I don't all the time. I don't think the switch up is intentional. And I think that's where the lines are crossed, because I think some of the men feel like the switch up is intentional, but I don't think it's intentional. I think it's, the switch up happens because life happens, and then there's lack of communication.
Comes in.
Huh?
That's where the communication comes in.
Right, that's what I said.
Before,
and then there's lack of conversation. Right.
I mean, outside of medical reasons, you know what I mean? Y'all should be, I would think, y'all should be going through the same things. right? Outside of medical thing, when you say life gets in the way.
I mean, like
As a
you
married
know,
couple, you should be going through this thing. Y'all
you
should know what each
working.
other's going through.
Right. Well, you'd be
So,
surprised how many people are married and don't communicate or
Yeah.
don't even know how to communicate.
hey, if we going through the same things and I can find time to try to get it together,
You always can get it together.
This
y'all
one
can
too.
find
This
time
one
to get
too.
it together. Yes.
Yeah.
I'll be over a hot stove. Goose be like, let me just see if I can just bend it right here, just real
Right.
just open flame, babe, open flame.
I got this Astroglide right here.
Listen, you know why? Because when you like, babe, that grass getting kind of high.
Really? So
Listen,
now we
Well,
can
that's an
exchange.
all listen, I mean, that's a terrible example. But what I'm saying is, when you're in a relationship, right,
Mhm.
and you have a request of your spouse, what is your expectation?
Yeah.
For them to,
You understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So
Or what is-
so because our expectation is sex, why should it be different?
right.
Well, what is your sexpectation?
That's a
Because you
whole-
have
That's a
expectations
whole nother show.
and then it's
That's
sexpectations.
a whole
Maybe
nother
we
Well, that's
can
something
make that a whole
different
show.
So next week
because
on the 10-7
sexpectation,
show.
now you're talking about performance.
Well,
Not
not really talking about performance. It could be quantity. Like, listen, I want to, this is, if we get married, this is what I want. I want to have sex Monday, Wednesday, Friday, all the time.
And twice on Sunday.
Right.
Twice on Sunday.
On some 50 Shades of Grey type stuff.
But these type of things, I think this is one of the reasons why, I'm a big proponent of counseling. Why you go and discuss these things and these things, come out,
Right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. What's wrong, Tyra?
Oh.
I don't know. Y'all probably can't hear that, but the youngins downstairs going crazy over a game or something.
Oh yeah, I heard her.
Oh, you heard it?
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute now, somebody coming in?
Oh, okay. Well, that's all I had, guys.
That was a good topic.
That was an excellent topic. So maybe we'll do some sexpectations as a topic.
That's what Netta said. Netta said that's a good topic.
We can definitely do that one day.
Okay.
Definitely do that.
We'll add it to the
we got some more comments, and then we'll do our final twist,
Facts.
James says women will spend hours on Facebook and Instagram, but don't have time for sex.
Facts.
Can we block Jay?
Facts.
Once upon a time, Jay was our homie.
Facts.
I just said, do men feel that they can be honest about what they do or don't like?
Do men feel? Oh yeah. So I guess she's asking.
Yeah.
You okay?
I mean, because
Yeah,
if
Goose
something
is-
don't
Goose
feel
isn't
right, I'm like,
shy.
don't do that no more.
Yeah, Goose isn't shy with what he doesn't like. Don't do that. Me either. I don't.
Yeah, they say
Move your head that way.
closed mouth don't get fed, right?
Amen. That's exactly right.
So let's go back to Jay's comment. Oh, hold on, I'm about to mess up. Let's go back to Jay's comment right here, right?
Okay.
Women will spend hours on Facebook and IG, but don't have time for sex, right?
Right.
And then he says, he comes back and says, I guess I got to go to the metaverse.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, man. Appreciate
you know what, Jay? You could join Goose and Justin. They're in the metaverse like what, once or twice a week with each other.
Oh, yeah. Playing golf and all that good stuff.
Uh-huh.
Shooting aliens or whatever we got to do. Having a good old time.
They're trying to protect the metaverse. These two over here.
So we're going to get ready to wrap this up. But, of course, for the new year, we're going to wrap it up with... Got something you thought I was going to take from you?
I didn't know what you was looking at.
We're going to finish up. We're going to our first final twists of the new year. Yeah, that works.
Is it a twist or a thought?
It's a final twist.
Final
Final
twist.
twist.
But it's
twist.
It's a thought.
It's thought.
It's
Right.
a thought.
Okay.
Because it's new twist. Get it?
Because, right. Okay. So I actually had this thought
Mm-hmm.
like a week or during this week, and I texted it to myself so I wouldn't forget it. And I apologize because it's corny as hell, but it was actually funny and it cracked me up. But I'd like to go either middle or last.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'll go first.
Okay.
All right. So, recent events, we're all excited about the justice that we finally received in the case of Ahmaud Arbery.
Mm-hmm.
But I do want to let you guys know my final twist is to not get comfortable with this. Justice is not fully complete in this case. There are still 2 prosecutors who tried to cover up this senseless crime, and we need to continue on to the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Miss, what's her name? Jackie Johnson.
Calling you out, Jackie.
We call. I mean, she's already been arrested, but
Good.
she's out on bond. But yeah, she needs to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law
Oh, I
for
mean,
her
she
role
probably
in the
will.
cover-up.
I mean, because the people that the people she was protecting have been tried and convicted.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, I don't want us to get complacent. Like, yeah, they going to jail, they got life in prison. But the point is to dismantle the system. This
Right.
woman is still a part of the system.
Yeah. Not for long.
Well, if she was arrested, she shouldn't be.
We talking about Georgia. Who knows what she doing down here?
Yeah, it's a mess.
But that's my final twist. We still have work to do to dismantle the system of racism.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're right, Tyra.
Should I go next?
Sure, if you want. Go.
All right. So my final twist is something along the lines of this. With the pandemic going on, the new variant, Omicron, right? I've been saying the wrong name for so long on purpose.
Omicron.
I don't even know what the real name is anymore. It's Omicron. Okay.
Yeah.
Omicron, Delta, Omniverse, whatever all is out there.
Flurona.
Right? I'm not one to tell you, watch your feet.
Okay.
I'm not one to tell you, go get your vaccination, go mask up. But what I am going to say is, I mask up. All right, I put my mask on. My wife don't let me leave the house without it. If you go into a place of business and everybody that works there is wearing a mask, it's just common sense to me that you should probably wear a mask too.
Yeah.
Business, because they might know something that you don't.
Amen, right there.
But sense isn't common.
Common sense is not.
Haven't we learned that? We got a whole.
Just remember, they may know something that you don't know.
Yeah.
But see, and you're right. But I think most of those people that don't want to wear a mask and rebel, they're rebelling against the system. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? They're the type of people that want to win by any means necessary, even if it means they might die.
Well, listen.
Well, if you
got some life insurance.
I hope everyone gets what they want. So
you guys turn.
So mine is quick and sweet and short. It is my belief, and I guess it's kind of true too, that people F things up. No matter what's going on, what the incident is, a person failed to act or did something to cause this incident. Don't be one of them people.
Oh, okay.
Simple as that. Don't be one of them people.
Don't F it up.
How do you know if you're the a-hole?
Bob Saget died?
Bob Saget died?
Oh, Lord.
Well, Jay Hussein, the TV movie, dude.
No.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, no. I didn't know Bob Saget died.
I didn't know Bob Saget died.
He
must have died like 5 minutes ago.
Right?
Talk about a final twist.
Yeah, he wasn't even old.
And my man, Sidney Poitier.
Yeah, but Sidney Poitier was, 94, I think? Like he lived a good long life.
That changed the whole flow of
right?
everything real quick.
In the Heat of the Night, one of my favorite movies.
Saget died?
Terry,
all right, so I'll go. I'll lighten it up a little bit. This is my final thought.
This mom joke.
This was a thought. It's my mom joke. Like a dad joke. Never mind. Okay. So, Tyra, you're not listening.
I'm listening.
Okay. Did you know that if you watch the movie Titanic backwards, it's about a magic ship that saves people?
Oh my God.
Where did you get that? Why did you... Where did you get that?
It was in my head. It popped in my head.
Okay.
Okay, that was it. I lightened it. Did I not lighten it? We
you
were
did.
sad a minute ago. Now we're not.
Bob Saget.
Oh yes, it was just announced.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, I wonder how he passed.
You really thinking about that? is really thinking about it, y'all. It is time for us to go.
It's not ever going to happen. It's
yeah. Plus, how would you watch a movie backwards?
For one, I've never really watched the movie. The one time I was forced to watch the movie,
you don't even have to watch the movie. You know how it ends.
I already knew how it ended, so I didn't really care to watch it.
Right.
But now I'm thinking about it like emerging from the sea and floating back to the land, and everybody going back on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
this is now 15 minutes ago.
Oh wow. Speaking of like people who pass when they're older, y'all ever hear this joke? A man goes to the doctor and he's like, "Doc, I can't pee. I just can't pee. No matter how much I drink, I cannot pee." And so the doctor says to him, "Well, how old are you?" He says, "I'm 94. And the doc says, "You've peed enough." Ba-dum-bum. Never mind. Good night.
All right. Thank you guys for watching us. We really appreciate you guys continuing to support us. If you have not already done so, please go to New Twist Radio on YouTube and follow us. Hit the like button, like and subscribe. It should be, wait a minute, over here. The bell with the parentheses. And we'll see you guys again right here next Sunday at 7 p.m. sharp. Happy New Year.
Same time.
Many New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
All right, so have a good week. Have a good week.
Mm-hmm.
Be nice to somebody.
Yes.
At least one.